Did you know that in a medical malpractice case in New York, we use the doctor's own words, to show that he departed from good and accepted medical care? Would you like to learn how? Come join me as I share with you this great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial attorney practicing law here in the state of New York. When we bring a medical malpractice case in New York, it is critical to have the doctor who is being sued establish the baseline, establish the standard of care for a particular condition. Doctor, would you agree that in evaluating a patient with an acute abdomen, it is critical to rule out the different causes as to what and why this patient may be having these problems? Yes. And would you agree that a differential diagnosis means that you establish what is the most likely cause all the way down to the least likely cause? Yes. And would you agree, doctor, that when you attempt to rule out the different possible causes, you perform various diagnostic tests in order to rule in or rule out those various conditions? True? Yes. And would you agree, doctor, that the most likely cause for this condition would be X? Yes. And would you agree that the various diagnostic tests to rule in or rule out that particular test would involve clinical examination, MRI, CAT scan, X-ray, or whatever else is involved? Yes. And doctor, in order to rule out the next most likely cause, you do the following diagnostic test. True? Yes. And you do the next one. And that would be good medical practice. Is that true, doctor? Yes. The failure to do those diagnostic tests and evaluate for that particular condition, you would agree, doctor, would be a departure from good and accepted medical care. True? Yes. And that if a physician failed to go ahead and rule out those most likely conditions, you would agree that that would be a departure from good care. True? Once we've established the baseline and what is the standard of care based upon the doctor's own medical testimony, then we can go to this particular patient's condition and look to see what exactly was done and what wasn't done. Using the doctor's own words, we are sometimes able to get the doctor to admit that if certain things were not done in this particular case, then that would be a departure from good and accepted medical care. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an insight and an understanding into what goes on in the litigation process of how we use the doctor's own testimony to establish the baseline standard of medical care and then try and show that what actually happened deviated or departed from the baseline standard of care. You know, chances are you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter happened here in the state of New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. I answer questions like yours every single day, and I welcome your call. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at lawmed10@yahoo.com. I'm Gerry Oginski here in New York. Thanks so much for watching.